When we first started down our education journey as a teacher, how many of us thought about the questions that our students were going to ask us, and were so anxious about whether or not we would be able to answer their question correctly? Well, you're not alone. I, just like so many of you, felt the overwhelming anxiety of how embarrassed I would be when a student asked a question and I didn't know the answer. Well, on this journey to achieve nurse educator excellence, it's the exact same steps that we need to take. So we want to first of all make sure that we are properly prepared. Okay, and we do that by reviewing the content before we teach our classes. Number two, think about what those engagement strategies are going to be. We don't want to be that sage on the stage. We want to be God on the side. And then number three, how are we going to engage in thoughtful conversations, but also reflective activities? This is how students connect the dots. And I know that as we are launching into the summertime, you're thinking already about what next semester is going to be. All right, so I want you to consider 3 steps. Number one, what are the resources that I need to review to make sure I'm properly prepared to show up in the classroom space? Number two, what are those engaging activities? Research tells us that when we engage in those high impact strategies and integrate those in the classroom, students can be 50 to 70% more likely to retain that information. Only 5% of content, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of content is retained when our students sit and listen to us lecture. However, when we engage in using audiovisual content, or even more importantly, demonstration of those skills or the knowledge that we are sharing with our students, it increases to 70 to 80% of retention. And listen to this, if we ask students to actually teach the group, so engage in peer learning, we can increase retention up to 90 to 95%. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I want students to walk away with a high level of comprehension and their ability to apply and analyze the concepts that I have taught. Okay, and then number 3 is reflection. Making the time to allow students to connect the dots through reflective practices will also increase the learning process. Kolb's experiential learning theory is still a struggle for so many nurse educator colleagues. I heard that feedback and saw it firsthand during our masterclass, so that is what we're going to focus on for our summer series. We'll be focusing on just 2 simple but very broad and important concepts, and that is going to be curricular development, and number 2 is going to be Kolb experiential learning model. We're on a mission to support all nurse educator colleagues to achieve excellence, including certification, and we look forward to seeing you in a future program. Thanks, everybody.